business contracting issues when I became General Counsel of the U.S. Small Business Administration and the Carter administration. And we were mindful of making sure that federal dollars in contracting were available to socially and economically disadvantaged businesses. That program, which we designed and tightened, continues in substantial effect ever since. However, there have been court challenges along the way through the concept of the program, and the leading case is Richmond v. Croson, which was decided in 1989. Shortly before that, I was retained by the New York State Metropolitan Transportation Authority, whose program was then being sued, and what they asked me to do was predict what the United States Supreme Court was going to do. We have to get a couple of things straight. The court basically doesn't like the use of race, and they will tend to tie it, or they will allow it only if they can connect it to identified discrimination. Therefore, that is the reason why we have to collect data on who's available and who's been utilized and find out whether that utilization relative to availability constitutes discrimination. If we find such facts, then we can move to a narrowly tailored remedy that discrimination. But here again, because of the attitude that it has to be tied to current events and is not a historic way of dealing with circumstances in the past, it has to be reassessed periodically and updated to make sure that the facts are there to support its as I mentioned before, the remedy has to be narrowly tailored. And the most recent case by one of the federal circuit courts came out in North Carolina and made sure that in the question that the jurisdiction is under to provide a remedy on the basis of race and gender, that it be tied to facts rather than the desire to include all the people who are affected by the contracting process. And that's why we have these 3 points up on the board. That has to be ethnic and gender groups specific and tied to findings. And it can't be, again, because that's what politics require. And those goals that you set up are defined by who's available in the jurisdiction. One of the things, if we find race-conscious underutilization, if we find underutilization on a race-conscious basis, then we can go to that remedy. But the remedy will be tied to who's available to do the work in the particular contracts that come before the district. So we have to be very, very sure that we collect all the data that bears on this. This is to make sure that we get all the firms that are available and that we have all of the data on who's been utilized. Jurisdictions around the country tend to maintain minority business subcontracting because they want to show to the constituents that they are sensitive to that issue. But they don't tend to maintain data on white male subcontractors. But the court requires that the comparison be between those minority and women subcontractors and the white male subcontractors. The district has been very aggressive in moving to collect the data, and so we're well underway in terms of coming to the findings that can support such remedies as will be permissible. One of the things which we count on you very much for is to make sure that we've identified all the businesses out there who are willing and able to do these contracts. So we will ask at a later stage in the program for some of you to be sit for interviews. We ask you if you have any particular observations you want to make in a later point this evening that you do that because we can't get there without your help. So Dr. Ramsey is now going to pick up with how we get the information that we need. But be mindful that this is not a political operation. It is legally based, factual.
So just to talk a moment about the key contracts, and we will identify those also by industry and by ethnic and gender group. And again, as Ed has indicated, finding those businesses that are willing and able really brings us back to the partnership that we need, because we're members of different organizations, and you know of businesses that we can add to our account. And if you're on our membership list and we call you to ask if you're willing, we need you to answer that in accordance with your interest. So those are parts of the analysis that we have to engage in. And also, we will then look at the analysis of the sub and partners once we collect those records. The portion of the third leg of the Disparity study, so there's the utilization of contracts awarded, there's the availability of businesses willing and able to do those contracts, and then there's the annex